Hey guys, so hello, welcome to our webinar. Hello from Jamaica right now. Just before we rock and roll, let me know that you guys can hear me, you can see me okay. So if you can just tap it on the chat, that would be awesome. Yep, perfect. Awesome. So I'm here in Jamaica right now. Firstly, it's hot, very, very hot. But not hot just because of the temperature, guys. It's hot in terms of what's happening here in Jamaica. And I thought, you know what, before we kickstart things, I want to actually introduce someone. I want to introduce one of our leaders here in Jamaica, a lady that she's a mother of two gorgeous little boys. She's a mother, she's a wife, she's a soldier, she's a hard worker, and she's someone that's literally made a lot of sacrifices, been with us with World Ventures. How long for now, Andreen? For about a year? Okay. So she's been with us for a year. She's currently at the level of director, knocking on the door for marketing director. And I'd love for you guys to hear from her a little bit about what happened here in Jamaica on Saturday. I know some of you guys have seen the pictures, you've seen the videos. She's still in her uniform. She came here straight from work. Okay. Sandrine, would you like to share with them?
So good evening, everyone. So thank you, FSC, for that lovely introduction. So guys, Saturday was amazing. It was actually off the chain. Persons literally are hungry to earn serious cash from this business. Saturday we didn't have room to hold all those persons. The room was so packed. People actually sit on the floor because they want to hear the mother of global expansion to help them to grow their business. We in Jamaica, we're actually hungry and we're ready to take this all the way to the top. So see you guys there. Blessings.
So I'm telling you, she wasn't kidding, guys. The room was oversold. So literally, we had people sitting on the floor. We had, firstly, it was so hot that even though the air conditioner was on, you could not tell. You walked into that room and it felt like a sauna. They brought how many, 10 or 15 fans? They brought 10 or 15 fans to put them all around the room to cool everybody. But because there were so many bodies in there, it didn't work. But I'll tell you the thing that really made an impact for me. There's so many things that we take for granted in the Western world. See, most people in the Western world, in Europe and around the world, we build these for freedom. Most people. I saw people building this for survival, guys. I met people that are qualified engineers, and after going to university and becoming qualified engineers, get paid an average of $300 US per month, which is the average salary in this country. $300 US, that's about 250 euros per month. But what I saw, this is actually one of the marketing directors that shared his story. So you can imagine someone at the level of marketing director in a country like this, where the average salary is $300 US a month. Firstly, at senior rep, where the average income of a senior rep is $500 US a month. Can you imagine how many lives that we can impact here? We have a guy in the team that's got 6 kids. You know who I'm talking about. 6 kids. And there's one income for the household. His wife doesn't work. She's got 6 kids. She's got her hands full. You know what I mean? That's the kind of stories that we're talking about. And when you're coming to a place like this and you see the hunger, because we build in countries like, you know, the UK. And I remember asking a question to everybody. I said to them, who came to Jamaica for better opportunity? You know what the interesting thing is? When I ask the same question in the UK, 99% of the people put their hand up. When I asked it in Jamaica, was there one person? I think one person said that they actually moved to Jamaica, you know, for a better life. because people in Jamaica, because of the economic situation, they move out of Jamaica for a better life. Do you see that? Okay. So there are so many things in so many countries that we take for granted. I would literally love for every single one of you guys to at some point come to a country like Jamaica, go to a country like South Africa, go to a country like Zimbabwe, and see what it takes to build in that country. We were with Anan, we just finished an all expenses paid for trip, the RMD and above trip, RMDs, IMDs in Mexico. Now, I know some of you that are watching this webinar, maybe you're brand new. Maybe you don't even know what IMD means. IMD is the highest level in the company. You need 3 teams of 1,000 each. And there's income qualifications to achieve that level as well. And when you get to the level of IMD, the average income is $35,000 US a month, which I believe here you can buy a couple of houses, right? For that sort of money. 1 month could probably buy you 2 houses for IMD. More than 2. Okay, so $50,000 US is the equivalent of a couple of million of Jamaican dollars. That's crazy. Hey, you know what's cool? You can be a billionaire living in this country. I'm telling you. So 7 million. So 1 month average income of an IMD is the equivalent of 7 million Jamaican dollars. That's crazy. And I was talking to Anan. Anan is actually an IMD from Zimbabwe. And I don't know if you guys watch what's happened to Zimbabwe the last few years. The economy has gone from bad to worse. Now, a few weeks ago in Zimbabwe, which has never happened in any other country in the world, the Zimbabwean government decided to make the US dollar illegal. So literally, you cannot do any US dollar transactions in the whole country. Big companies that were in Zimbabwe closed overnight. Governments can pretty much do whatever they like. You know what I mean? Why am I telling this to you? I'm telling this to you because I want to open up your mind to what an amazing opportunity that we have in order to be able to build our own economy with no borders anywhere in the world, where we can help to impact so many lives around the world. Because $100 for some people is 2 weeks salary. $100 for some people, it's a nice dinner for 2, but with no alcohol. Okay, same thing, different impact. Okay, so when you're presenting World Ventures, I don't want you to think just travel. Okay, I want you to think, I don't know whose life I'm about to change. That's what you have your hands on. Okay, even in the UK, which is a strong economy, I know Brexit is shaking things up in the UK, but even in the UK, which is a strong economy, an extra £300 a month would prevent 85% of home repossessions in the UK. So there's literally families that for an extra £300 a month can be the difference between them having a roof over their head or being homeless. Guys, we have the ability to impact those lives. And I'm not just telling you about those people. I'm also telling you about, right now, we're about to release a product that caters for the top 10% of the population. Now, I'm telling you, even the top 10% of the population, there's people at that level that have a lot of money, but time can be a challenge. I know some people that, you know, working in investment banking, they make £1 million a year. £1 million a year, which is what? About $1.5 million US a year. So that's the equivalent of a, you know, $1 million a year earner in World Ventures. But let me tell you what this guy's life looks like. He gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning. He's at work by 7 o'clock in the morning. He finishes by 7 or 8 o'clock at night. He gets home so he can, the one thing that he has to do every night is just give his little boy a bath. Because that's the only time that he literally gets to see him, is for that half an hour that he gets home to give his boy a bath before his little boy goes to sleep. And then he ends up working a little bit longer and then goes to sleep. That's his life. That's his life. And we're sitting there and we're in Mexico. And today we're in a nice, 5-star hotel, okay? Working in the hotel lobby. I mean, I'm doing a webinar. I just had my lunch. I have myself a coffee. I'm going to do this for a little while. We went to the gym. Tomorrow we're going to see the Bob Marley Museum. And this is making a living. You know what I mean? It's not just the money, guys. The money is great. But here's what you need to realize. It's the lifestyle that you can build with World Ventures. Most people on a Monday, it's their worst day of the week on a Monday, because they're thinking, I just finished the weekend. I can't believe it's Monday already. I have to go through another 5 days until Friday. And then it's like, yay, it's the weekend. I can live my life for 24 hours, maybe 48 hours, because Sunday afternoon, around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, depression starts to hit in. That's why so many people go to the pub on Sunday afternoon, because they don't want to deal with the fact that on Monday, they got to be back at work. Why? Because they can do that for 51 weeks a year, get 1 or 2 weeks off, go on a holiday, enjoy it, and then come back and do it for another year. That's how most people live their life. We met a lady that owns a restaurant bar last night. I said to her, when was the last time that you went on holidays? She said to me in 2009. 2009 is the last time she went on holidays. Like, man, if it goes 2 weeks and I don't go on a plane somewhere, I get itchy feet. You see what I mean? But that was not my life 10 years ago. My life 10 years ago is I just wanted more. Now, we're about to launch Titanium. This is about to come out on the 17th of August. And I wanted to make sure that you guys understand the impact that this is going to happen. This is going to have on our business. See, we've spent a lot of time with our founder, Wayne Nugent. And one thing that our founder said is, he said that with Titanium and with a couple of things that the company is preparing, our vision, our goal, currently we're in the top 30 biggest companies in network marketing, guys, which is cool because we're still a relatively young company. But with Titanium and a couple of other things that we're preparing, we're aiming that in the next 3 to 5 years, we're going to be in the top 5 network marketing companies in the world. That's a very big jump, okay? But we have a very strategic plan in order to make that happen. Titanium is literally the beginning of this plan, okay? Now, what is Titanium? I know that you guys have seen the videos, okay? And I mean, firstly, to be able to, me personally, I cannot wait to experience a private jet. And we were with Wayne and we were hanging out at the airport, and Wayne was showing us pictures of private jets that we're looking at acquiring as a company, as World Ventures, private jets, okay? And he goes, we're working on such great deals because we want to make sure that this product offers such crazy value that the things that you believe are impossible for you now, because let's face it, okay? How many of you before World Ventures dreamt about the idea of being able to go on a private jet? And a part of you thought, oh, I'd love to experience a private jet. And another part of you probably thought, but that's never going to happen in my lifetime. It's never going to happen for someone like me. It's not realistic. You know what I mean? Because we haven't had the right vehicle to help those things become realistic for us. Guys, going on a holiday every single month for the average person is not realistic. Going, I mean, this month is literally, we were in Mexico, we're in Jamaica, we come to London for a few days because we need to wash our clothes. That's pretty much it. And then we're off to Maldives on a beautiful dream trip at the banyan tree. That's a ridiculous dream trip. And after Maldives, going to Australia, then New Zealand, then Tahiti for a wedding. Vatiare, one of our IMDs, is getting married in Tahiti, going to San Francisco for 24 hours and coming back to London. That's August. For some people, that month that we're doing of traveling is something that they would love to do once in their life. For us, that's August. For most people, it's not realistic. For me 10 years ago, this was not my reality. But I knew my reality is not something that kept me happy. I knew that I wanted to create a better reality. So you have to have your aspirations, guys. You have to have your vision. You have to have your goals that you aspire towards. When you're thinking of a car that you want to buy, you're not thinking, I want to get my Toyota, okay? You're not thinking those cars. You have a dream car that you're aspiring to. Do you see what I mean? So even if you cannot afford titanium yet, put it on your aspirational goals. Make it your vision to be able to upgrade. Now, I know a bunch of you guys are going to be able to upgrade straight away because the company is going to offer a very, very powerful promotion. But I want to show you a little bit, okay, on the compensation plan that's going to come with titanium to show you how quickly we're going to be able to help people to get to a full-time income with titanium. Because right now we've had this promotion for the last few months, guys, which you guys know, I've said this since 2009 that I joined. We have never, ever, ever, ever discounted our prices to the extent that we have had with the $99 promotion. And the company's done it very strategically. Because what the company wanted to do is they wanted to cast a bigger net, okay? The bigger the net that we can actually cast, the more people that we can get in the team, and the more people you can get into the team, when you get them to trainings, the more leaders that you can develop. And when you develop leaders and you give them the right kind of product, I'm telling you, you can create a force that is so dynamic. That's what's going to take us to going from 2 billion in the last 3 years to be able to doing 2 and 3 and 4 billion per year in the next few years. It's done very strategically. However, I want to highlight a couple of things to you. If you have been selling this as a $99 membership, you're going to be in trouble. You will be in trouble. Because if I have an iPhone, okay, so this is the iPhone 10, right? And I have the iPhone 10, and all of a sudden the iPhone that I spent, I think it was $1,500 US to get this iPhone. If all of this, all of a sudden, this got discounted to $100, I'm not gonna turn around and go buy the iPhone for $99. Did I say $10? All right, $99, okay? It's an iPhone, it's normally $1,500 US, okay? If it got discounted to $99, I will not sell this for $99. I'm still gonna sell it like a $1,500 phone, but I'm gonna tell them that right now, because of the special promotion, even though it's a $1,500 phone, you can have it for $99. You guys with me? You might want to get an extra phone for your husband or your wife. With this kind of price, man, get an extra membership for your mom or your dad. You know what I mean? With these crazy prices, you can get a bunch of your friends involved straight away that maybe they were not able to before, and they can help their friends and so on. But then you got to train the mindset right to be able to sell it for the real value, which is $1,500. So how do you do that? When you're doing the presentation and you get to this slide here, some of you, when you talk about the normal prices, you go very quickly to the promotion. No, 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 no. Take your time to go to the promotion. I want people, and I learned this, I'm telling you, Wayne Nugent, to give you an idea, guys, because of titanium, Wayne Nugent is doing presentations right now. Our founder is doing presentations to pitch this product. Do you know how he's selling it? He sells them on titanium. He tells them it's $1,000 US once in your life. For that $1,000, we're going to give you $2,000 private jet credit. We're going to give you $1,000 your credit. You're going to get $850 on top of that in points straight away. Plus, plus, plus. The company that sells a similar kind of product, similar, nowhere near, it's not Dream Trips. It sells like about a third to maybe, if you're pushing it, almost 40% of what we're offering for titanium. And they're charging $17,000 US for it. That's the kind of value that we're actually talking about, okay? Now, titanium, $1,000 US, $150 US a month. Now, I'm gonna really build up the value for titanium, and I'm gonna tell them, look, I know titanium is not for everybody, but we also have 2 more memberships that you can get started with right now. One is the platinum, which is $300 US once in your life, and $100 US a month. Or for some countries, even the gold membership, $200 US once in your life, and $56 US a month, okay? Now, here's what you gotta bear in mind, okay? When you sell something here, and they get sold on what you're selling here, like titanium, and then you come with a product that is slightly cheaper, okay? A lot of people are gonna think, I would love to get titanium, okay? But I can't afford it yet. Let me settle for platinum. So firstly, you're gonna sell more platinum memberships by selling titanium. That's one thing. When I remember when I bought my first property in London, and I love real estate agents. So I bought my first property in London, and we told the real estate agent that our budget was £300,000. Okay, that's what we told the real estate agent. So real estate agent showed us a property for £300,000 because they made our ceiling their floor. So she didn't sell us on anything less. She went straight £300,000 for the first property she showed us. And me and my brother at the time looked at each other, went, it's a council flat. I know it looks nice inside, but it was a council flat on the outside. Like, not quite. Then she showed us another property for £330,000. And she showed us another property for £350,000. Now, here's what happened. We fell in love with the £350,000 property. This was £50,000 above our budget. We fell in love with it though. We wanted it so much, okay? So we found a way, and we managed to get that for £333,000, which means we went £33,000 over our budget. That's in selling, okay? That's the key, okay? Show people what is possible. And I'm telling you, you're going to get a lot of people. Guys, the people that buy titanium, I promise you, the majority of them are going to be lower maintenance than your gold customers. People with more money have a different mindset. I kid you not, okay? People with more money have a different mindset. We have never had a product until now that we can sell to the 10% of the population. And I know a bunch of you guys have people on your list that you can sell titanium to, okay? So when the promotion comes out, I know a bunch of you guys are gonna upgrade. If it's gonna make put you in a real financial difficulty to upgrade to titanium, Don't do it yet. Work in order to be able to upgrade. How do you do that? Let's have a look at this, okay? So, oh, by the way, one more thing. When the new compensation plan comes in, you guys know right now that when you refer 4 customers to the club, you got to pay your first monthly fee, then they pay their monthly fees as well, and then you waive your monthly fee. It's get full pay no more, but after your first 1 or 2 months, depending on how quick you get them. Little bit harder to communicate, but when the new comp plan kicks in on the 17th of August, because these prices include your first month, then when you refer 4 customers that buy the same membership as you, you'll pay no more straight away. So let's say right now it's the 4th of August, 5th of August. I got started today and I'm Titanium and I refer 4 customers by the end of August. In September, I will not pay my monthly membership. If they're Platinum, same thing. Not with the $99 promotion, but with these prices, they're going to kick in. Let's have a look at a little bit of the compensation plan, okay? So currently right now, you make 6 sales, they're a Platinum, and you make $200 US. That's what's happening right now, okay? 6 Platinum sales, $200 US. You spend $100, you make $200 back. So what I say to people, let me show you how you can double your investment straight away, okay? 6 Platinum sales though, okay? And you see here on the screen, 6 Platinum sales, it's $800 US. 6 Platinum sales in a 4-week period is $800 US. Check this out, okay? Now, if all of a sudden those 6 Platinums make 1 sale each, you just hit 3-star rep and now you've made $900 US, okay? Now, I don't care what country you're in, right? I don't care what country you're in, but for 6 sales to get to the point where you're making $800 US, and then go to $900 US when you help your team duplicate, that's a pretty big deal. That's with Platinum when that launches after the 17th of August. Check this out, what happens with Titanium now, okay? 6 sales, so you become a 2-star rep. 6 sales personally, 3 on the left, 3 on the right, in a 28-day period, $1,600 US. I'm not even telling you about the points that you're gonna get. $1,600 US. Let me ask you something. How much do you need to do in your job to make $1,600 US? That's what, about 1,200 pounds, 1,300 pounds? If you're in London, it's about 1,400 euros. If you're in one of the European countries, guys, this is crazy. Now, I understand, yes, of course, you're gonna have to show a bunch of people to get this kind of sales, but you can mix and match, okay? Watch this. What if you help all your Titanium customers, your 6, to get 1 more? You just made $2,400 US in cash. Guys, this is just the beginning. When we have a look at the matching bonus as well, which is basically when you start getting a percentage of whatever cycles and direct commissions that your team gets, I'm telling you, there's gonna be a lot of people getting a pay rise. So I was asking people here at the Super Saturday, I said to them, what's happening on the 17th of August? Some people were saying, oh, the promotion is ending. And I'm like, no. That's the wrong mindset. It's not something, it's ending on the 17th of August. 17th of August is the birth of a new chapter for World Ventures. 17th of August is the day where we're going to start getting some big pay rises. And I'm telling you, some of you might know networkers in other companies that now with what's happening to the compensation plan, we're going to start attracting some big caliber people, because here's what they do in other network marketing companies. They sell a product for a couple of $100 and they say to people, don't come in and buy a couple of $100 worth of product. come in and buy $5,000 worth of product so you can get rank advancement. We don't do that. We can't tell you buy $5,000 worth of Dream Trip memberships. There's no possibility to do that. But now with Titanium, we can. Everything, the game is about to change completely. Now, don't wait for the 17th, prepare for the 17th. My biggest piece of advice I'm going to give you guys, don't sell it for $99. Get people and say to them, listen, for $500 right now, $499, you can get your platinum membership and you can get your ticket to the view. If you do this one thing, you're going to get so many more people coming to the view. And when you get those people coming to the view, then they're going to appreciate what they have their hands on. Because I'm telling you, until they get to the view, guys, for $100, a lot of people, unfortunately, are not taking it seriously. Okay, for $100, it's too cheap. Even in a country like Jamaica, it's still too cheap for a business, for someone to appreciate that I can make $1 million if I really want to from a $99 business. You see what I mean? It's just, it does not compute in people's minds. So you gotta elevate the mindset. And to elevate the mindset, you have to put more skin in the game, okay? So this is all the different levels of the company, okay? Now, this is what it takes in order to get people to that level. Now, check this out, okay? So we got senior rep, director, marketing director, RMD, NMD, and IMD. Now, where it says 180 members and 400 and so on, it's talking about gold memberships. Gold memberships count for 1 point. Platinum counts for 2. Titanium counts for 3. So let me put things in perspective. IMD, 3,000 gold, 1,500 platinum, 1,000 titanium. 1,000 titanium customers in your team, that's IMD done. Average is $35,000 US, but now that we're actually seeing that the average is starting to go up for IMD to average of $48,000 US, because we didn't include the car and the house bonus, a couple other things beforehand. How do you get to IMD? Have 3 RMDs in your team. How do you get to NMD? 2 RMDs in your team. The way to elevate in our business, guys, is the more people that you help to increase their ranks, the quicker that you get to achieve your rank as well. This is a team effort. This is a business for yourself, but you're not by yourself here. So guys, I want to finish up with this. Number 1 rule in our business, always have fun, okay? Make sure when you're getting people started, you go through some training with them. Tell them about, you got to enjoy the journey and you got to be coachable. You got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. So people come into this business, they want a better quality of life. And they have to realize that if you want something that you've never had, you got to become more of what you were not before. You got to learn more that you haven't learned before. Do you see what I mean? You got to increase your mindset. You got to increase your level of skills and your knowledge in order to get yourself to the point that you're going to get more. So being uncomfortable is a great thing. It means that you're learning and you're growing. If you're not uncomfortable, if you're in your comfort zone, it means you're doing more of what you already know. So it's not going to elevate your lifestyle. And get people to focus on these 3 things in the first 24 hours. Download the app. If you haven't done that, go and download the app. You know, write your list of names, okay? You know, top 20. What's key? Don't prejudge, okay? You don't know who's going to say yes. You don't know who is not their time. Your job is just to show people, right? People will click. Some people listen. I just realized I was muted. Amazing. Okay. So as I was saying, the key thing is helping people to score in 24. That means they get their first sale in the first 24 hours. How you help people get started is going to determine how well they duplicate. Okay. And in the first 24 hours, you want to help people to book the first training. Ideally, a big training like the View Guys, this is where everything happens. But if there's a local training in your area as well, that works as well to start with. But the key thing is the View. The bigger the event, the bigger the impact that it's going to have on people. Guys, this is what we call the IC system: inviting, sharing, enrolling, and educating. Those are the 4 skills that someone needs to learn in order to grow at their highest level. Okay, to be a master in this business, there's only 4 skills that you need to learn. But I want to go back to what I was saying earlier. You're going to learn to be uncomfortable. In this business, one thing you're going to do is that you're going to grow as a person. The more you grow as a person and the more you learn those skills, the stronger your influence will become and the faster your results. For example, if right now you have to show 10 to get 2, if you show 20 in the same period of time, you're going to get more. You know why? Because your level of skill and your mindset is going to start elevating. So with the same amount of effort, your results will increase. The slower you show people, the longer your learning curve and the slower the results. This is why in our business, we say fast is fun and slow sucks, okay? Now, I want to finish off with this, okay? One thing that we always say is that the people that you're looking for in this business is what we call the aces. Now, if you took a deck of cards, in 52 cards that exist in a deck, there's 2 aces. Believe me, a couple of aces in our business can mean multiple 6 figures. Couple of aces in our business. What's an ace? An ace is the kind of person that they're hungry, they're teachable, and they have a level of influence. That means their contacts listen to them. When you find someone that's hungry and they're teachable and they have a level of influence, you lock arms with them and you run like crazy. And I'm telling you, that's how you can create fast stories. Now, in a deck of cards, you might not flip the first card and get an ace. That's very unlikely. You got to flip another card and another card and another card. Might be your 10th card, your 30th card, whatever it is. I'm telling you, when you find your first ace, it's going to be worth it. And last thing is managing your emotional roller coaster. It's so funny because I've been doing this for 10 years and I've seen this happen so many times where people come in and they're like excited. They're up here like, I'm going to be free. I'm going to have a cool lifestyle. I'm going to travel the world. I'm going to be a millionaire. They make a couple of phone calls. They get their first rejection and they're like, this is harder than I thought. Well, yeah, it's not going to be easy, guys, but it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. You know, I don't know how many people it's going to take in order to get to your goals, but here's what I know. The 2 to 4 year plan is better than the 40-year plan. Most people will work 40 years of their life for 40 hours a week to hopefully retire one day on 40% of their income that was not enough in the first place. That's the plan that's not working right now. And that 40 years is getting extended to 42 and 45 years. And mark my words, it will get extended more. You know why? People are having less kids. So we have an aging population, and the governments are beginning to realize they cannot financially support an aging population. You have countries right now that are bankrupt. They're in debt. They can't afford for this to happen. This is why the retirement age will keep on changing. People will work longer hours to maintain the same quality of life. This is a plan. It's a 2 to 4 year plan, but when you build it right, it will set you up for life. So understand what you got your hands on, guys, and be consistent. And I'm telling you, in the next couple of years, you're going to be able to look back and you will not be able to recognize your life. So lots of love from me to you. If you guys are in London, I'm going to see you guys in a few days. If you guys are from a bunch of other countries, I'm going to see you guys at the View or one of the dream trips. See you soon.